operations related to fractions, yeah, and also how to deal with mixed numbers. Okay,
Okay.
so let's go back to the syllabus and see what next we want to learn. Okay, so here the next thing I have is dealing with decimals. Okay, so let me quickly confirm what is that in the syllabus. Okay, multiply divided. Okay, yeah. So we will learn decimals. Do you guys know what is decimal?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Do you know how to do all the operations with decimals?
Yes.
Okay. So let's probably today's class we will use for doing a recap of what all we need to know and see whatever you know. Is there something more than that we are going to learn today? Okay. All right.
Sure.
Yeah, Gitesh? Fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me first put a whiteboard. And again, Gitesh, I have not done that research with the Jamboard. I will do that sometime in coming days, and then we'll be able to make it more interactive through that. Okay.
Yeah.
But you guys can hear me okay, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I can hear you. But I
Wonderful.
can.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay. Just for a second, can you try doing something on the Jamboard right now, Gitesh?
I went to the Jamboard. Um. Yeah. I went to the Jamboard. Wait a second.
Just see if you're able
Oh,
to
I
try.
can draw.
Wonderful.
Can you see what I'm drawing?
I can see it, you drawing.
I just drawed some lines. I don't know.
Yeah, I can see you drawing. I cleaned it also. You can see it.
Yeah. This is
Wonderful.
cool. This is
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. So, Ayush, do you have access to the Jamboard? Are you able to do something on the Jamboard?
You go to the chat and you just. I know. Open Jamboard. Yeah.
Okay, I can see Ayush also. Ayush, can you try drawing something on the screen on the Jamboard? Yes, wonderful. Can you guys type also?
Um. Oh yeah.
Wonderful. So yeah, we have an interactive Jamboard now.
Yeah, I can
Wonderful.
also type. I can
Yeah.
also type. I typed hi.
Okay. Yeah, I see that. So that is one good thing that we have found out, right? It works. So yeah, now what I would request you both is you will use the Jamboard only when we need
You
to.
tell us to.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So today we are going to talk about decimals. Okay. What is actually a decimal first? Let's try understanding that. Let's do a recap of what we already know. You guys know these things. I know Gitesh might get bored, but you know what is this? This is called natural numbers. Remember, if I add a zero also, this whole set becomes whole number. Yeah. Okay. Can you guys hear me? Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you. Something I don't
Okay.
know. Something
Uh,
just.
I'm just sharing my screen also so that you can see what I'm referring to. So I'm going to say something that might be a repeat of what I've told in the past, but that's okay. We do revisions. Can you guys see my screen? Can you guys see my
Yeah.
screen?
Yeah.
Okay. What I was saying was, what is this one? Whatever you see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What is that called?
Uh,
Natural numbers.
yeah, natural numbers.
If I add a zero, what does it become?
Whole numbers.
Whole numbers. If I add -1, -2, -3, -4, what does it become?
Integers.
Integers. Were you knowing that I used before?
You told us this before.
I told this to you for sure. I'm just checking with
You
Ayush. If he,
also told Ayush.
yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
checking with Ayush. We'll let Ayush confirm. Ayush, did you
No.
do this? No. Okay. I'm just confirming this. Okay. So see here, if you are dealing with numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, keep going. Okay. This set of numbers is called natural numbers. Okay.
Okay.
If you also include zero in this list, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, keep going. Okay. This becomes whole number. So up to without zero, it's called natural numbers. If you include zero also, this becomes whole number. Okay. Now, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't play. Okay. If I also include in this list 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I include 1, -1, -2, -3, -4, this list becomes integers. Okay. So integer is like the grandfather, which has all the types of numbers, meaning positive, negative, zero. Okay. Whole, then is whole number, which is like an uncle, which has 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is whole number. If you're including zero, that is uncle, which is whole number. If you are only dealing with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, so on and so forth, that is like babies like you guys. Okay. That is called natural numbers. Okay. So natural number, whole number includes zero, and integer includes negatives also. I'm just trying to do a recap of what we have already learned so that you can relate. Clear, Ayush?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, then we learned another type of numbers that is called fractions. That's what we were dealing with till yesterday, right? We also learned about something called mixed numbers. Yeah, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now we are going to learn another type of number, which is not complete number, whole number, or natural number, or integer, but it is fraction of numbers. Something like this. This is called fractions, but there's another way to represent these numbers as decimals, or this, or this. Okay. These are called decimals because you see this place, this dot. This is called the decimal point. Okay. So before the decimal point, that whatever you have is called the whole number or the integer, whatever you call it. Okay. Integer, whole number, or natural number. If it's all positive, it's natural number. If it's zero and this is a whole number, whatever, right? So let's do it this way. We call this part as integer, meaning it could be positive, negative, or zero, and this part is the decimal. So this number which has an integer and something after the decimal point is called a decimal. Okay. So these are the examples of decimal numbers. You can say this as a decimal number. You can say this as a decimal number. You can say even this as a decimal number. Right, Gitesh? Gitesh?
Yeah.
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 Ayush, are you clear with this one? Whatever we have talked so far?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I just told you what is a decimal number. Now let's try to understand that in a more practical way. Okay. Your mom gives you $6.30. See, this is $6. This is a whole number, and 30 cents, which is less than a dollar. You can relate this. You went to Walmart, picked up let's say, a candy bar. The price when you saw it says $3.38. What does it mean? It's $3.38. Okay. So these are the practical examples. You measured, let's say, the length of length of your, let's say, uh, I just measure the length of this side of the phone. It says 5 centimeters. Oops, 5 centimeters and 30 millimeters. Okay, so this is a different unit. This is a different unit. In simple terms, you can say this is the whole number or the integer. This is a fractional part of it. Now let's try dealing with it. Let's say somebody says you have $3.25. You got $1.04. 4 cents. How much you have now? So you had $3.25. Now you got another $1.04. How much money do you have now? Very simple. You have to add them. Gitesh, do you know how to add them? Can you just do it on the
Yeah.
screen? I want to see.
You got $4.29.
No, I don't want the answer. I want to see how you are doing it.
So should I just write?
Yes.
Okay.
Don't write the answer. Just do it.
No,
Like
I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Otherwise the test will not come. Okay. I may be a bit slow.
That's okay. Mm, mm, yeah. Okay. 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 Good job. See, I'll so whatever it is did, I said I have $3.25. Somebody gave me $1. Don't scribble it further. It's fine. Now I'm just doing it. So one
No,
dollar
I
four cents
didn't
I
do
got.
that. I didn't do that.
Oh, okay. No
I
problem.
don't know.
It is fine. Okay. So somebody had this money and you got oops, and you got this much more. Just add them. How much do I have? Okay. It's very simple. You have to add them. Only thing you have to be careful about is this decimal point. Okay.
Yeah, they have to be lined up correctly.
So you have to always write in a way that you can clearly see who's to be added with whom. This guy is to
Yeah.
be added by this guy. This guy is to be added by this guy. This guy is to be added by this guy. Now, the catch. I said I had $3.25. I got $1.04. See, the obvious mistake people will make is $1.04. Actually, this is not 4 cents. This
Oh,
becomes
this is
40 cents. Okay.
yeah.
So that is why we need to be careful while choosing the right decimal place. $1.04 is this. Okay. If you write it correctly and then you place it the correct way, you will not go wrong. If you mess with the decimal place, right, that is when the things go wrong. Okay. So let's not worry about that for now. Let's say you have $4.30. Okay. You got $2.90. Add them. Okay. Add them. You both know how to add, right? So you will just write it properly. Only thing that you have to care about is the first number has two decimals, up to two decimal places. Second number also has up to two decimal places. No problem. You'll just align it, add them. Now the catch could be when somebody says add this with 1.2. Okay. This is when always align the decimal points. Okay. So align. So this is one decimal point here, one decimal place here, and this is one here. This is fine. Now, whatever is the remaining space, these two are blanks. Here and here blank. You can put a 0. Okay. And then you have equal number of decimal places in the first number and the second number both. Now you can add them. So 8 plus 0, 8, 0 plus 0, 0, 3 plus 2, 5. And then this. Plus 1.006. If you have to do that, you always align this decimal place and then the numbers. 10, first number, second 0, second number, third 0, third number is here. I don't have a number here. Whatever is blank, I will put a 0 towards the end, not in the beginning. See, 3.090 is same as 3.09. Okay, but it is not same as 3.90. Okay, meaning after the last digit you have, you can put as many zeros you want, but you cannot inject a 0 in between. Okay, or you cannot flip this. 3.09 and 3.9 are two different values. Okay, you cannot flip these numbers, or you cannot say that, okay, I can put the 0 after 9. You can put 0 after 9, but you cannot move this guy here and move this guy here. Okay, let me give you few more examples. 1.05. I don't know who is he who's trying to join. Just a second, let me check. Hello. Hello. Who just joined? Ram Balak Thakur.
गुड इवनिंग सर।
आप कौन सी क्लास ज्वाइन कर रहे हैं?
10th। सर हम आयुष है, आयुष।
Okay, Ayush. So Ayush, this is not the class for you. This is the class for the kids here in US. So you can actually drop off. Okay. आप जो क्लास ज्वाइन करना है आपको करना पड़ेगा around 5 p.m. India time. This is for the kids here in US. Okay. Saturday, Sunday शाम के 5 बजे. Okay.
ओके।
Yeah. चलिए बाय. आप ड्रॉप कर जाइए, डिस्कनेक्ट कर दीजिए आयुष. ओके, आप मुझे टेलीग्राम पे मैसेज कीजिए. आई कैन टॉक टू यू. ओके, चलिए बाय बाय. All right. So sorry for the disturbance. All right. So we go back to So what I was saying was, if you look at this number, okay, this is, let's say if you look at this as a dollar, $1, 5 cents. If you look at this number, this is $1.50. Okay, so there's a difference. So you can put zeros towards the end. Okay, if I put two zeros here, this also is $1.50 only. Okay, but if I move the zero before this number, that is where it becomes a problem. All right. So So this is what I was saying. So now if you have to deal with, let's say 1.23, this number is same as this number. You can put as many zeros you want after this. Okay. If you have to put 4 zeros, you can put 4 zeros. If you want to put 5 zeros, you can put 5 zeros. Okay. So after the last digit, you can put as many numbers. Here also on this side, you can put as many zeros. Okay. So let me put it this way. 1.2 is same as 1.20 or 1.200. Okay. So you can put as many zeros you want to put on the left hand side after this number, and so is the case on the right hand side also. Okay. I'm telling you guys this because when you have to deal with the different types of subtraction, addition, or even multiplication of decimals, this will come out to be handy. Okay, that you have the luxury of adding as many zeros you want to add after the last digit. Okay, so if somebody gives you 1.37, okay, no problem. If I have to add one more zero, you can add this. It's the same value, nothing changes. Okay. Ayush, Gitesh, any confusion so far?
No.
No? Ayush, are you clear? Ayush, I just want to hear a yes or a no. Okay, okay. If somebody says 4.2, okay. If I have to add a zero here, no problem. If I have to add a zero here, no problem. If I have to add two zeros, that is also not a problem. The value doesn't change, it remains the same. Okay. Similarly, if somebody gives you okay this number, you can safely assume that these zeros are given for no reason. Whenever you feel like, you can knock them off. Okay, any zero you see in the beginning, I mean, if you have a one here, then you cannot remove them. But if you don't have any number here, it's only preceding zeros before this number, you can knock them off if you want to. Or no, if you don't like three zeros, if you like only two zeros, you can keep it like this. Okay, so you can remove these zeros before and after. Okay, or you can add them whenever you need. Now I'll tell you why we need. Okay, now let's say somebody says add 69 with 104.72. So adding 0.69 with 104.72, it might look difficult. Let's not. Who is this guy here? Okay. Okay. So if I have to add this with 0.69, okay, how will I add it? I will match the decimals. Okay, first thing is always match the decimal goes here. After decimal, how many zeros we have? One. Right. After decimal, how many digits we have? Six. So this aligns with the first one, and then the second one comes here. Okay, now let's do some cleaning before we actually start doing the maths. Okay, now what you can do is, you have the luxury of adding as many zeros before and after. So here, after decimal, you have two digits. Here you have only one. Let's add one more zero. It looks better. Okay. So now after decimal, you have two. Here you have only one digit. First one has three. So let's add two more zeros. Now it looks better and easier. Let's do it. Simple addition that you guys know. 0 plus 9 is 9. 6 plus 2 is 8. And then I have a decimal. I'll just put a decimal. 4 plus 0 is 4. 0 plus 0 is 0. 1 plus 0 is 1. Done. So this addition of 0 here and here makes the math look easier. Imagine somebody asking you to add 0.30069 with 1 or 1.4. This might look like something very scary, but actually it's not. First thing you will do is you'll match the decimal. So okay, I will write the decimal here. Then after decimal, I have one number here, so I'll write this one. Before decimal, I have this one, so I'll write this one. Now let's do some cleanup. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you can see after this one, you can put as many zeros you want. So okay, let me match this. I will have the same number of digits in the first row and second row. It looks simpler now. 9 plus 0 is 9. 6 plus 0 is 6. 0 plus 0 is 0. 0 plus 0 is 0. 0 plus 0 is 0. 3 plus 4 is 7. Then decimal. 0 plus 1 is 1. Okay. So I know, Gitesh, you would have done this because you are already in grade 5. But so far, whatever we have seen, is that all known to you, or there's something that you learned to make it more simpler? Ye-
Everything you said
Was
was
known. Okay, that's fine. Now I'm just trying to. Okay, so this was the addition part. So how to add numbers that you guys already know. Okay. So today we just kind of did a recap of how do we deal with in case of decimals, and we have not done anything complicated. We just made them look simpler, and then we did the addition. Right?
we do subtraction
Yes, we do subtraction also.
and
So
then division and then multiplication.
we'll come to that. So just hold it for few more minutes. Okay. So Ayush, you are with me?
Yeah.
Yeah. So far, no confusion?
No.
Okay. Do you know how to do subtraction?
Yeah.
If you have to, let's say, subtract 439, sorry, you have to subtract 12 from 439. Do you know how to do it?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'm not asking, I'm not going to check that. But now let's try relating that with the decimal thing. Okay. I have $4.39. I had to give $2.4 to somebody. How much I am left with? What I will do? Same approach like what we did for addition. Okay. Let's align the numbers first. So let's bring the decimals together. So this decimal comes this one. Okay. Now, before the decimal, I have 2. I'll write 2 in front of 4. After the decimal, I have 4. I will write it as the first number after decimal, right next to 3. Okay. Let's do the cleaning. Okay. Now, as part of this cleaning exercise, this is, oh, you found that, okay, the first number has 2 digits after the decimal. Here, the second one has only 1. So I can add a 0, not a problem. Now this looks better. I have to subtract this. It's a regular subtraction. 9 minus 0, 9. Now 3 minus 4, that means I have to borrow 1. So if I borrow 1 from the next digit, that is 4, then it becomes 13. 13 minus 4 is 9. This 4 becomes 3 now. Okay, 3 minus 2, 1. Just put the decimal, done. Nothing different.
Easy.
Easy. So you have to only be careful with the decimal. Everything remains the same. You have to just align your numbers in a way that the value doesn't change. Okay. If you put 39 as 4.390, this is perfectly fine. The problem happens when you put 4.39 as 4.039. If you inject that 0 in between, that is when you are changing the value of the number, and then your answer will be wrong. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, let's say somebody says delete 0004 from 2. This might look complicated, but actually it's not. 2 is as good as 2.0, meaning $2.00, right? Same thing. So you can assume that if you are given a natural number, you can always put a dot zero after that. Okay. If you do that, then the calculation is simple. So you have to now subtract this value from this value. Okay. So now let's do that. So you have to subtract 0.0004 from this. So I will write it like this 2.0. Whatever is the number to be subtracted from, that will be written at the top. Then what is to be subtracted? Let's match the decimal first. I'll put the decimal here. How many numbers I have before decimal? Only one. That is 0. I'll put a 0 here. After decimal, how many numbers I have? 4. So first one goes next to the first one, then second one, then the third one, then 4. Now I have to subtract this number from this one. Let's match it first. So I can add as many zeros I need, right? Then now I have to do the subtraction. The first row and second row have same number of places after and before decimal, so it's easy. Looks simpler. Let me and subtract this. Then you know that how you'll do it. It is 0 minus 4. I have to borrow 1. This guy doesn't have anything. I have to borrow 1 from this one. This also doesn't have anything. I have to keep moving here. So I go here, borrow 1 from this guy. So this becomes 10. So out of it had 10. 10 minus 1, it gave to this guy. So no, I'm probably picking up a complicated one. I will try doing a simpler one for I used to be able to relate. Okay. Let's say if I have to subtract 0.04. Okay. Let's go till 2 digits only to begin with. Okay. So I will match the digits first. Okay. And 0. And here I can add a 0. Now it looks better. Subtract. 4 cannot be subtracted from 0. So I'll borrow 1. This also doesn't have anything to give. So I have to borrow from this guy. So 1 comes from here. This becomes 1. And it gives 1. So that becomes 10 here. Out of 10, we are borrowing 1. So this guy has 10 now. 10 minus 4 is 6. This guy gave 1. Sorry, 1 to here. So it had 10. Now it has 9. 9 minus 0 is 9. Then 2 minus 1, 1. Okay. So I'm assuming that you guys know how to subtract 4 from 200, right? If you have to subtract 4 from 200, you knew how to do it. You have to borrow from the next digit. If it doesn't have anything, you're borrowing from the digit next to that, right? Everything remains the same. You have to just, if you're matching these numbers in terms of digits, you have to put the digit in the same place. After 2 digits, you are putting a decimal. Here also you have decimal after 2 digits here, right? So you're just putting the decimal here. That's all. Otherwise, the subtraction remains the same as before. Clear?
Yeah.
Are you, Gitesh? You're clear?
Yeah, I'm clear. Yeah.
Now let's do multiplication. This is when the
Can we
fun.
do division? It's harder.
What is that?
Can we do division? It's a little harder.
See that? See, I don't believe any math to be harder. Okay, it's all about we knowing what to do. So that's what I'll teach you guys. Okay. Now, let's say you have learned something yesterday. Okay, that dancing thing that will help you today. Okay. Now, let's say you have to multiply 0.2 with 0.6. Okay. You have to multiply this. You'll find division also very easy. Okay. I'll tell you why. I'll show you how. So let's say you have to multiply this with this. Okay. Multiplying fraction with a fraction, decimal with a decimal is not fun. Okay. You can convert that to a fraction and then you do the multiplication because you learned fraction yesterday. You want to use that learning today. Okay. Yeah.
Can I tell you something? Can I?
Uh-huh.
There's one way you can, instead of doing the complicated way for multiplication, my teachers taught me a different way.
No, I will still tell you that this is a simpler way, but yeah, I want to hear you first. You tell me how you want to do it.
Just write this normally.
No, you can just tell it. I mean, don't have to do it.
Okay, whatever. You just write the things normally and then you just multiply them normally, and then the decimal, how many digits are behind it?
Right.
Like there are 2, and then you just put the decimal.
Right. No, so see, this same sum I can solve in 4 different ways. Okay.
4?
Yep.
Yeah.
So what I'm telling you, I mean, among the 4 ways that I know, I'm telling you the simplest approach. Okay, that'll make multiplication division both easy for you. Okay, and then obviously, if you guys are interested, I can teach you. I'll keep on teaching you guys the different ways. Okay.
Yeah.
So okay, first one. Okay, you have to multiply 0.2 by 0.6. Okay, it is. Wait. Don't do anything. Your cursor is moving.
Yes. Oh, oops. I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah. So one way is write this and multiply it like the regular. Oh, that is mine. That is mine. Don't delete. Stop your
I'm not
cursor.
deleting. What? What's happening?
Mouse is on eraser.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
it's on cursor.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. So one way is you just multiply the numbers. Okay. You ignore that there is a 0 here. Multiply the number. 2 6 are 12, and then 0 6 are 0 0. That nothing happens here. Okay. Let me do it here so that we have more space. Into 0.6. Okay, so you have to multiply this. One is 6 times 2 is 12, right? 2, there's 0. 6 times 0 is 0 plus 1, this is 12. Now you leave one place, go to next one. 0 times 0 is 0. 0 times 0 is 0. Okay, now you just add the number of decimals. So there's one decimal point here, one decimal point here. So you move. So this is 2 1 0. Now where you will put the decimal, you count from the right hand side. So one decimal here, one decimal here. So you will move 2 decimals. So here one decimal, 2 decimals. So you'll put it here. That is one way of doing it. Okay. So let's say if you have to multiply 0 1 3 with 0 2, if you have to multiply this way. Okay, that also you can do. Okay, let's multiply this. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 0 is 0. I'm not touching the decimal right now. I'm just looking at the numbers. 0, then I leave one place. 0 times 3 is 0. 0 times 1 is 0. 0 times 0 is 0. I will add them. 6 2 0 0. Where will I put the decimal? Here I have 2 decimal places. Here I have 1 decimal places. So 2 plus 1 3. 1 2 3. After 3 numbers, I'll put the decimal. This is one way of doing it. It is. I believe this is what your teacher would have told you probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now let's do another way. Because we have learned fraction yesterday, I want to use fraction. Okay. So I have to multiply 0.2 with 0.6. What will I do? Let's figure out how do I convert a decimal into a fraction first. It's very easy. Okay. Let's say I have to convert 0.2 into a fraction. What will I do? Fraction means there'll be something in the denominator. I'll put a line first. Then let's look at if you have a decimal. I have a decimal point. This one. I want to remove this guy. So to remove this guy, I have one decimal point. I will write 1. The problem is every decimal has only one decimal point. So you'll always write 1 for the decimal point. Okay. And then count the number of digits you have after the decimal. Here I have 1 digit. So I'll put a 1 0. I have 1 digit. So I'll put 1 0. And so I replace this with a number. And then I put a 0 for this one. This is gone. So I can write 0.2 as 2 divided by 10. Let's convert one more fraction as one more decimal into a fraction. What did I say? I can write this as I will write 1 instead of the decimal point, and I have 1 digit here. So I write 1 0 and this is gone. So this becomes 6 by 10. So if somebody says convert 25 into a fraction, what will that be? So you will say 25. You want to remove this one, right? So you'll write 0 to 5, whatever you have here. Now, to remove this decimal point, you will write a 1. Okay. And then after that, how many digits you have? 2 digits. So you'll put 2 zeros. That's it. This decimal converted to a fraction. Because anything if you have a 0, right? So 0.25, if you see, it is same as 25. Yeah. So this became a fraction. Now,
Yeah.
if I have to convert, let's say, 1.28 into a fraction, same approach. I will write the number first. Okay. 128. I want to make the decimal point disappear. So this decimal point will bring 1 for me. There's only one decimal point. How many numbers I have after the decimal point? 2. I'll put 2 zeros. So 1.28 converted into a fraction, 128 by 100. This is the same approach that you can use if you have to convert this into a fraction also. You will write whatever you have. You have 3 plus 4, 4 zeros and then 4. You want to remove the decimal place. So that decimal place, instead of decimal place, you have to write a 1. And then count the digits here after the decimal. 2 plus 2, 4. So you'll write 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. That's it. This is your answer. Okay. Now, any doubt so far? Ayush, Gitesh, are you
Yeah.
guys clear how to convert a decimal into a fraction?
Yes.
Okay. Now see this. 0.2 into 0.6. Okay. What will I do? I can say, okay, fine. 0.2 I can write as 0, as 0 to divide, sorry, come on. Okay, I can write this as this divided by, instead of decimal, I'll write 1 and then I have one digit. So I'll write a 0, 2 by 10. Okay. Then same thing with this guy, I can say 0.6 becomes 0.6 divided by, instead of decimal, I'll have a 1 and then I have one digit. So I'll put a 0. Okay. So whatever I had as 0.2 into 0.6, this became 0.2 by 10 into 0.6 by 10. Okay, I'm just bringing it here. Okay, now that means, like the way we did for fraction yesterday, whatever I have in the first floor, I will put it together. Whatever I have here, 0.2 I can write as 2 actually. 0.2 is same as 2, right? I'm writing it as 2. And 0.6 I can write as 6. Yeah. Now I can do tic-tac-toe. Then I can break into 2 into 5. Into this 10 also I can break into 2 into 5. 2 I can write as 2. 3 I can break into 2 into 3. Let's play tic-tac-toe. Gone. Gone. This becomes 3 by 25. Okay. You got the answer in fraction. Okay. This is the right answer. Now, if you have to convert that to decimal, that we can learn in the next class. I don't want you guys to kind of rush for it and get confused. Okay. That is also easy. Okay. Now, we have learned how to convert a decimal into a fraction. So when you have to multiply this, you multiply that, you got a simplified value here. Okay. And this is the answer. If you give this answer, nobody can say that this is wrong. Okay. This is never wrong. This is correct. We just have to convert this into fraction, which we'll learn in the next class. Now, you were talking about, let's do one more multiplication. Okay. 1.04 multiplied by 0.68. Okay. Same way, I can say 1.04. I will write 104. I'll knock off the decimal. So to knock off the decimal, I have to write a 1. And then how many digits I have? 2. So I'll write 2 zeros here. Then this 68 becomes 0.68 divided by decimal. Instead of decimal, I'll have 1 and then 2 digits. So I'll have 2 zeros. So this is my whole calculation now. So this became 104 by 100 into 68 by 100. Okay. Now I can do the same fraction thing that we have learned. So I can write 100, 100, 100 into 100. Here I can write 104 into 68. Okay. Now we know we can break this. So this becomes 26 into 4. I'm just doing it quickly for you guys. I can divide this by 4, right? And then 68 becomes 17 into 4. Okay. Here 100 becomes 25 into 4. And this 100 becomes 25 into 4. Okay. Here you can do tic-tac-toe. This gone. So your answer is 26 into 17 by 25 into 25. Okay. So we'll do this multiplication. Instead of multiplying this big number with this big number, we have to multiply smaller numbers. Okay. This is the advantage of doing this fraction thing. Now, for fraction multiplication, for decimal multiplication, we just learned how to convert them into fraction, and then we know how to multiply fractions. So far, clear, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Gitesh, are you clear?
Yeah, we're clear.
Now, imagine dividing this with this. You said division is difficult. I
Not
said,
that difficult.
huh?
Not like so much, but a little.
No, I'm just giving an example. I'm saying division is actually easier. Okay. So what you will do is convert this into fraction again. So this becomes 0.6 by decimal. Decimal, I'll have 1 and then 1 digit. So 1, 0. Then divide by same thing, 0.2 by this becomes 10 as well. Now, this is fraction. So we know that when we have to deal with fraction, we have to multiply. This one dances, right? If this is to be changed to this, so I can write 0.6 as 6 by 10. Now I want to convert this division into multiplication, right? That is how I can do calculation. So this one dances, this goes up, this comes down. So this becomes 10 by 0.2. Yeah, or 2. Your job is much easier now. This is tic-tac-toe. This one, and this one gone. And 6 you can write as 3 into 2. So this becomes 3. Yeah. Let's do one more sum. Let's say you have to divide 0.346, okay, by 0 0 1, okay, or 0 1's. Let me pick up a number 0.12. Okay. Same thing you'll do. You will convert this into a fraction. So here this is 1, and then you have 4 digits. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then divided by, it will be 0.012 divided by this 1 and then 3 digits.
Okay.
What you will do, take out the zeros before, this is not helping. So 346 divided by 10,000. Then you want to convert this into multiplication. When you convert this one dances. So this goes up, this comes down. Sorry, this is not 72. This is 1, 2. Okay. Now it's easy. Yeah. So again, you can knock off 3 zeros here. Then you have 346 divided by 12 into 10.
Okay.
Yeah. 12 into 10. Now you can further break it. This one you can further break, right? So this becomes okay, 346 by 12 into 10. Let's 346 by 12 into 10. So 346 you can write this as 173 into 2, and this becomes, you can write 12 as 6 into 2 into, let's keep 10 for now as is. This 2 and this 2 you can knock off. So now this is 173 divided by 60. This is much easier. Yeah. So we'll learn in the next class how to convert a fraction into a decimal. Okay. So far we have learned how to convert a decimal into a fraction. We will learn how to convert a fraction to decimal in the next class. But if you are given any sum to divide a fraction, divide a decimal with another decimal, you can go up to here, and if you leave it here, this will not be wrong. This will be correct. We'll just learn how to convert this into fraction, so it becomes even more accurate. Okay. In the next
I'm
class.
sorry.
Yeah.
There
So-
is another way to do division.
Okay.
Can I do it or no?
Yes. Yeah, you can do it.
Give me an example.
Let's say you divide, I'll give you a simple one, okay? Divide 0.4 by 0.05.
Okay. Uh, 4. Okay, then we used to.
So you're dividing 0.05 by 0.4, is it?
Yeah. I can't
No,
even see now. I think.
it's the other way around. You have to divide, and the question was the divide 0.04 by 0.05. Okay, so I will
Okay,
write it.
that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
I can do it on a piece of paper 10 times faster, but this is so hard to control.
So that's okay. You can always.
The answer is. Okay, 5. And then 4. Once. Find 0. And then 1. And then I forgot what you do with the remainder.
So no. So what I'm saying is, you just try recalling that after the class. You do when you are giving that when you're submitting your assignment, right? Just do what I'll send you some sums, okay, for assignment.
Mhm.
Let's say if I'm giving you 10 sums, you'll do 8 sums the way I have explained, and you can do 2 sums the way you know also. So that way you're not losing what you already know. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So see, I'm never going to say that whatever I'm teaching that is the best method, but I'm kind of trying to share some methods that I know, that I learned, and that we'll put them all together and pick the one which is the fastest for us. Okay, so that way when you go for exams you have multiple choices. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's do a quick recap of what we have learned today. Okay.
Okay.
So we learned what is decimal. We again did a recap of a natural number, whole number, integers, and then we
Yeah.
related that with the fractions and this thing, and then we learned what is decimal first, and then we learned how to convert a decimal into a fraction, so that we can use fractions learning for doing multiplication and division also. So that's what I will give you guys some homework. I'll send it to your parents, in Telegram. Let's say by today or tomorrow. Do all the sums, and honestly do all the sums. Okay, don't come to me next time saying I could not do it, because when you try doing it, at least you will know that okay, if there's something that you have learned properly or there's something to be learned again. Okay, so that's why I insist on doing the homework. When you do the homework, at least you will be able to figure out by yourself that you have learned it or not, and you'll be able to give me a chance to teach you again if there's a need. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So that brings us to the end of this class. We will go enjoy the rest of the weekend and be in the lookout for the assignments. And whatever assignment I will give you guys, trust me, you just need to spend 30 minutes. Sincere 30 minutes. That's all you need for the whole week's assignment. Okay. So I'm not going to load you guys with a lot of assignment. I'm just going to make sure that you get a chance to revise what you have learned. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. And see you again.
Yeah.
Okay. 1 second. I will send a communication to your